Road trips for any automotive enthusiast are like toys for a toddler. No matter how many of them you might have, but you can never have enough. So naturally, Honda Drive to Discover is one of those road trips that we eagerly look forward to every year. Not just because of the cars and the driving part, but more so because in every edition the event lives up to its name and lets us discover something new and splendid. In the 12th edition of the Drive to Discover, we headed out to the eastern part of India, covering various places in Sikkim and West Bengal. Our companions for this drive were the Honda City Hybrid, City Petrol, the Elevate SUV, and the Amaze subcompact sedan. Our drive started from Siliguri and our destination was Gangtok. Navigating through the narrow streets and traffic in Siliguri was a breeze for us, although it took time. But the Honda Elevate CVT made a very easy job of the stop and go traffic. Good visibility from this SUV and ample ground clearance meant even bad roads and sections with no roads due to the earlier flooding weren't much of a problem for us. One great thing to mention here is that the auto dimming headlamps on the Elevate worked brilliantly once the sun went down, and they would automatically switch seamlessly to low beam when you had oncoming traffic. Eventually, after a long traffic jam, we made our way to the hotel in Gangtok and had dinner and called it a night.
A big hello from the eastern part of India, a beautiful land that we are in. Right now, I'm part of the Honda Drive to Discover 12th edition, and we are on the way from Gangtok towards Lake Songmo and Nathula. It's a beautiful stretch of tarmac, beautiful scenery all around. So join in for the ride as we show you some beautiful landscape of this country.
The drive next day was my personal favorite from the entire drive. We drove from Gangtok to Natula Pass right next to the Indo-China border, and our city hybrid, which was the companion for this day, managed the hilly sections with ease. In fact, some of the inclines were quite steep and we weren't sure how the car would cope up, but the car still managed to do a lot of these runs on battery and as a result returned a brilliant fuel efficiency of over 16 kilometers per liter despite us pushing the car hard.
So I'm at an altitude of nearly 15,000 feet. And what you see behind me, that outpost, well, that's not part of our country, that's China. There's a red communist flag as well. And well, it's a great place to be here. This is the Nathula outpost, and it's a beautiful place. You can see white snow all around. And we have come here, like I said, with the Honda City, of course, to this point. The cabs got us the last 4 kilometers. But if you are coming to Sikkim, this is a place worth visiting. It should be on your checklist. So behind me you have the glacier lake. It's called the Sangpo Lake, and we have just driven down from Nathula. That's the post, and that is where you have the India-China border as well. Beautiful scenery all around, blue skies, clouds, and the mountains, snow-capped mountains, and then this glacier lake. So I mean, it is a fantastic place to be in, and of course the Honda City Hybrid has been a great companion throughout all these lovely roads. And now our next pit stop is of course for lunch, so let's head out for lunch.
Day 3 was again a memorable drive, mainly because of the steep inclines we had to encounter, but the city CVT made easy work of those. While the length of the city itself was a bit of a challenge through some very narrow roads, the car's exceptional maneuverability came in quite handy. Once in Pelling, we got a clear sight of the mighty Kanchenjunga mountains, Truly a sight to behold. Cold temperatures meant a quick dinner, and we hit the beds to call it a day. For day 4, the idea was to visit the Pelling Skywalk and then head out to Kalimpong via Darjeeling tea estates. And what followed was a memorable drive, and the Honda Elevate really shone in some tricky and bad sections of the roads.
Well, it's day 3 of the Honda Drive to Discover 12th, and here we are in Pelling at the Skywalk. Behind me, you've got the majestic and beautiful Kanchenjunga mountains in the background, and this side you have a beautiful statue of Buddha. So basically, it is a blissful place that we are in, and this is the Skywalk. Well, thankfully, there's condensation, so I cannot exactly see the ground below. I am afraid of heights, so it helps. But again, a beautiful place. And if you are in this part of Sikkim, if you are coming to Pelling, well, this is a place you should definitely visit. And once again, it continues to be a new place we discover with Honda's Drive to Discover. Well, day 3 of the Honda Drive to Discover continues, and today, literally, we are discovering new places. We are on the way to Darjeeling, and I don't think this is the main road to go towards that, but again, Drive to Discover, and we have discovered this beautiful stretch of road going through the tea estates. Well, it's quite a steep climb from all the way down there to here in just about 40 minutes, but the good thing is that I've got the Elevate with me, so I don't have to worry about those bad patches and the construction, the landslides, all of that. The Elevate has been handling beautifully, and it's a manual transmission, so I get more control. So the drive uphill here has been quite a task, and it will be for a few more kilometers. But at the end of the day, we will be in Darjeeling, the land of tea, and I'm looking forward to tasting some amazing and brilliant tea flavors. Well, good morning. Today is the last day of Honda's Drive to Discover 12th, and right now we are heading back from Kalimpong and we are making our way towards Bagdogra Airport. And well, to summarize this journey, I think it has been a great experience, and I have been part of 4 Honda Drive to Discover events, and I think this is by far the best because here this time we actually discovered a lot. The eastern part of the country is so beautiful, especially Sikkim. We went to Nathula, again a fabulous place, great heights. And then the other places we discovered, the kind of food we had, all of it was fantastic. Darjeeling, it turned out to be a bit of a disappointment because it was my first time, all that I'd heard about the place. Well, it's a beautiful place. I just hope that it was managed better, but nonetheless a great drive. And Honda Drive to Discover, as always, gave through in a lot of good surprises. The cars were great, especially the Honda Elevate, and I was fortunate enough to drive the Elevate on the super challenging section of the drive where it was through the tea estates of Darjeeling. I mean, really steep inclines, and the Elevate did not sweat it out once. I had a manual, so probably that helped even more, and the Elevate made an easy job of all those steep gradients. And at the end of the day, even the city which I'm driving right now, it's a CVT, the city hybrid, again, all of these cars really performed well. What do you expect from a Honda? Good build quality, good driving dynamics, nice comfortable cabin, and functional features. For example, even the headlamp, we did a lot of night driving The headlamps work perfectly well. The throw of these headlamps were great. The auto dimming function in the Elevate, that worked well. At the end of the day, I think it was a great drive. And well, like I've always said, for Honda's drive to discover, you always end up discovering something new about this beautiful country. And once again, I go back massively satisfied and can only tell you that if you are planning to drive and enjoy a holiday, this part of the country can be a good option provided you have enough time.